think you guys know better that this is, of course, crooked. Cool. I don't even know if I've ever filmed here. You're on my tripod actually, which I guess is kind of a step up. It's the next week now. I think I'll probably insert some really fun Australian fur seal spotting, dolphin spotting footage around the Tasman Peninsula here. And then I think the last thing before this was making dumplings and baking, and then before that was more baking, if I remember my filming properly, and if not, well then I just suck at what I do. But it is a day off. I feel like I just haven't had, like I had off this whole past weekend, but I just had no time to myself. It was a super exciting marine mammal conference, student-led conference happening here in Hobart with my lab pretty much hosting a bit of it, and I didn't present, but it was just nice to see other people in my lab present, and a lot of super cool research going on in the marine mammal world in from Australia and New Zealand. A couple Kiwis came over and it was so funny. I haven't heard like a proper Kiwi accent in a while. Like you sometimes hear it here, but oh my gosh, their vowels, like the E's, such a classic. And then I met a couple people that are researching over at Otago in Dunedin, where I did a semester in my undergrad, and I was like, oh my god, like what are the good coffee shops there? And like the first one they mentioned was Vanguard, and I was like, yes, Vanguard is the best, I miss it. And we were talking about the Otago, the Dunedin Farmers Market, and that was always my favorite. Yeah, some fellow Americans who are studying in New Zealand, and like ironically, or coincidentally, like just amazingly, one of the first social events, the people that I sat next to were studying leopard seals, and I'm like, that's literally my dream. Literally my dream. So anyway, really cool. Lots of science, but it was just long days, and my kettle's about to go off, so I'm gonna make some coffee, so that's super fun. I'm genuinely on, like, I understand, but I don't understand. I am somehow on coffee number 5 today, which does not happen that much anymore. I used to drink a lot more coffee. I don't even understand, like I understand, but I don't. So I woke up, I had, oh, I can have a hot cross bun as a snack. Okay, I was like, what can I have as a snack? We have a lot of hot cross buns. Yes, of course. Not the ones I made though, I finished those. I woke up, I had 2. I had one when I first woke up, and then I made a second one before I had therapy this morning. Shout out, love therapy. Then met up with Katie for brunch, had a coffee there, and then got some work done at Velino. That was another coffee, that's 4. But like, if you count getting small flat whites, it's only 1 shot of espresso. See, I'm just trying to justify it. But then I saw these beans at Born in Brunswick, and normally, love Australia, don't get me wrong, but a lot of cafes will really only sell, like the retail beans that they sell will really only be for espresso, or even at Kohl's and Woolies too. Whereas if you go in the US and go to Whole Foods or like some other like more like grocery stores that focus more on local stuff, you could go and get some amazing filter coffee, and that just isn't as common here. I mean, unless it's like a roaster, like obviously places like Velino will have a lot of coffee, but even then, like 70%, 75, maybe even 80% of their beans are all roasted for espresso, which I get because Australia is a big espresso-based country. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, so anyway, I was really, really happy with this one. I'm trying to multitask here and it's not really working. Oh, 298, okay. 298 grams, so about 300 grams of water. Yeah, I saw these notes and I'm a sucker for it. This is by Paradox. I don't know if, I think I follow them or they follow me or both or something, I can't really remember. But just these notes, strawberry, comma, lemonade, caramel raspberry. Floozy coffee, which reminds me, I feel like I'm shouting. Am I shouting? I'm sorry. I'm shouting! Okay. Floozy coffee, which, yes, they're based somewhere in New South Wales. I can't remember where. They always have like the most amazing notes. And some of their notes are like strawberry lemonade. So yummy. Just disturbing top. Yeah, which reminds me that I need to order more of their coffee because their coffee is so good. So good. And it was so nice. Last time I ordered coffee from them, they threw in some extra free samples. And I was like, I'm obsessed with your coffee. It is so good. Occasionally Maxi in Kingston has their beans. So if I don't want to pay for shipping. But especially since moving out of more like a central location, it's so difficult to get to like Kingston and Rosny, whereas before it was so much easier for me because I only had to take one bus, whereas now I would have to take 2 buses or walk and then take one. It's a lot more planning and then just literally getting out of a meeting and be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go over to Rosny and just getting a 10-minute bus ride. So also Valino's opened up their new space in Moona a couple weeks ago and I still haven't been. Honestly, I should have tried to go today, but just with the travel time up to Moona, and then I don't even think it's like not on the main road, so it wouldn't really be a convenient bus location. I don't know. This is just gonna be a very chatty Cathy video. I feel like since I don't film as much as I would like to, at least in the last couple months, when I do film, I'm like literally cannot shut up. And then I look at like how long I've been filming, and then I'm gonna go back editing through this and be like, Ashley, shut the F up. Like no one wants to watch this. How long are hot cross buns good for? April 9th. Believe it's the 19th. Also I can't remember which ones are mine and which ones are my housemates. You know what? Since my housemates are not as finicky with mold as I am, I cannot do mold. Like if I think something might have mold, I just can't. I can't. I have some hot cross buns in the freezer and I'm just gonna start fresh, make myself a hot cross bun, like toast it. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna shut up, 1 sec. Literally 1 sec has passed and I'm back. I forgot that on the way to the Tasman Peninsula cruise on Sunday, I asked my friend if we could stop and pick up snacks because no one wants to see me hangry. So we stopped at Kohl's. And so I have some of their buns. I don't love, I think I prefer Woolies hot cross buns, like the plain branded ones. But Kohl's ones are still good. I just don't think I like them as much if I remember correctly. But the Tasman Peninsula cruise, that was a lot of fun. Just a lot of marine science nerds on a marine mammal observing boat. What could go wrong? Well, it was through Pennicott, and I've done their tour before off Bruni, and it is really nice. It's just, I don't know, I felt like it could have just been because they were trying to kill time, but most of the tour, like of the boat, was just learning about the rocks, which I don't mind learning about the geology. Like especially the coasts of Tasmania has some insane like geologic history, and it's super cool, super unique, but it would be to the point where we would spend 15 minutes staring at one cliff, and that's not exactly my vibe. It's cool, you know, 5 minutes would have done, maybe even 7-8 minutes, but 15 minutes, no, not really, especially since it's only a 3-hour cruise. And so I was a bit hesitant to do this one. It was kind of weird. They like made you drive down to Port Arthur to check in at the Pennicott building, not far from the historic site, and then go back up north 25-30-ish minutes to their dock in Eaglehawk Neck, when it's like, but we literally passed this to come down here and now we just wasted an hour. So it was interesting. I don't know, some of the people there were hypothesizing that depending on the weather, they have multiple docks that they can leave from. But anyway, went to some first seal colonies around the Tasman Peninsula. That was really cool. And Tasman Island. Saw both some Aussies and longnose, aka New Zealand fur seals, so it was super cool. Not as many out as there could have been. I mean, so many live there or hang out there, depending on the season, but I think it was just because they were saying because of the winds, which makes sense. They were on the other side of the island where we weren't going, but much better this time. I get like things all depend on what you can see and how much time they spend places. I mean, more than anything, I should know that because I was a whale watch naturalist for a bit in New York Harbor a couple years ago, throwback. But still, I don't know. I don't mind staring at rocks, but not, I just felt like they were really trying to kill time. And I would have honestly rather just not been, you know? Like, then can we spend more time around the seal colonies? Like, hang out, you know? Anyway, I hope my hot cross bun isn't burning. I love how an Australian Nuttallix is just well known all around, whereas in the US we do have like plant-based butter that is becoming more and more popular in the last couple of years, but there's not like one massive brand that's like used, you know, at cafes or restaurants. It's just kind of like a whatever one, or maybe there is and maybe stuff has changed since I left, but yeah, like it's nice that most cafes, like say if you're like, oh, can you do that dairy free, they just automatically use Nuttallix because they have it in their kitchen. And I think that's pretty cool. Shout out Nuttallix. Even though for the first however many months of living here, I think I said Noodlex. I like had no idea how to pronounce it. Future me here. I don't know why I felt the need to raise my hand, but this next bit is literally just random updates and random clips. But then I'm gonna be filming a life update sit down video anyway. So if you have any questions or you want things for me to address, please leave them in the comments. Please let me know what you would like me to chat about. I feel like I just need to do a sit down video that's present day of me just talking about random things per usual, but now I actually did get to meet Neil, well, from a safe distance of course, when he was in Kingston. So here he is. I also graduated officially from University of Tasmania, even though I finished everything last year. So here's a dress that I got that's super pretty from After 8. It was gifted, thank you so much. A really cute luxury boutique. They had a warehouse sale. Graduated. My fam in the US watched the live stream online. I'm not even refilming this because I really want to post this video because I've been so behind. Okay, I love you guys. Subscribe. Life update video coming hopefully next. Leave me your questions or things you want me to chat about. I'll catch you guys next